My name is Ralph Gasaway. I'm doing a speech on the nuclear peace deal with Iran. According to Washington Post, the U.S. is anticipated to enter into a nuclear deal with Iran. This deal has been in the works for over 2 years. The Congress has 60 days to either accept or deny the deal. In this speech, I will be discussing the explanation of the deal, how this deal will push our allies away from us, and also the history of Iran and nuclear weapons. The Iran deal is basically built up of several things. Part of it is the $100 billion in monies and property that has been seized by our government and our allies regarding the development of nuclear technology. The sanctions right now are reducing and limiting the amount of oil that they can sell in the marketplace today. Right now this deal will remove those sanctions. It will also allow them to continue with centrifuges to develop radioactive gases in course to have nuclear energy. They will be allowed to have 1,000 centrifuges. Because they are gas centrifuges, they will not be able to use this gas to make a weaponized form of radiation. After 8 years and more tests, they will be able to build more centrifuges. They will not be able to do anything with heavy water for 15 years. One core heavy water reactor must be reconfigured. Inspections will be taking place to Iran for 20 years. But the inspection process is complicated. They must first ask permission with the government of Iran in order to view these locations. If Iran refuses to go ahead with the inspections, then everything will be taken before the Nuclear Committee and our allies. They can then choose to reestablish the sanctions, or they can just be denied. It's a 24-day period before they must be allowed in to inspect the sites. On the second point, how we are pushing our allies away from us. One of our biggest allies in the area is Israel. The Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said the Iranians are not even trying to hide the fact that they will take advantage of the hundreds of billions of dollars they will receive via agreement to arm their terror machine army. And they said explicitly they will continue their struggle against the United States, its allies of Israel, and Israel, of course, above all. So, how is it that we are going to allow this? Why are we begging them to sit at the table and make a deal with us? We were more eager than Iran to complete complete this deal. We are giving them, releasing these sanctions to a country that is known for committing terrorism and is supporting terrorism. Germany's Gabriel is going to meet with Iran to insist on the Iranians' government to recognize Israel's right to exist. My third point, history. The history of Iran's nuclear agenda. Iran's hopes began in 1950 to have nuclear energy. During the Iran and Iraq War in the 80s, it made them want to have a nuclear weapon in order to both keep their enemies at bay and to make them more dangerous. It was believed that Saddam Hussein had nuclear weapons. That made them even more afraid. The U.S. gave a reactor to Iran in 1967 when we were their allies. We sent people to train them, but in the end of the 70s, in 1979, it was suspended during a revolution, but it began again in the 80s and 90s. In 87 and 90, Iran signed an agreement with Pakistan and China to train Iranian personnel. In 95, Russia helped finish construction of their one main centrifuge. In early 2000, Iran revealed the existence of undeclared facilities. 2003, talks began with the International Nuclear Commission. The Council discovered plans for further centrifuges. In conclusion, this policy must be stopped in order to protect the world's safety and security. I gave the explanation of what the plan was about. Second, I gave how we are pushing our allies away with this treaty and the history of their nuclear agenda. And that is my speech. My bibliography is as follows: the NTI Nuclear Profile of Iran, Jerusalem Post. Title of the article is Iran Nuclear Deal Opens the Window for Israel to Join Nuclear Middle East Order. The Daily Beast, The Real Reason Obama Did the Iran Deal. Yahoo News, Obama Sends Iraq Deal to Worry Congress, Israel Urges Rejection. By Gernot Heeler and Donna Chica. The Washington Post, Nuclear Deal with Iran, Scrutinized by Experts, by Carol Morello and Karen DeYoung. And that is my speech. Candy.
Monica.
Kara.
Blake Fowler.
Juan Camargo.
Dylan.
Gabe Simon.
Alright, now if you pause or stop. Well, how bad